Hello friends, welcome back again. Math with Mrs. Herrod. We are continuing in our Math and Vision workbook. Today we are in lesson 2-2, and that starts on page 45. Remember, you can pause or rewind the video at any time if I'm going too fast for you. Our I can statements today says I can use patterns to multiply by 9. So today we're talking about 9s as a factor, multiplying by 9. I can also make math arguments. Let's get started with our video. Here we go.
How can patterns be used to find 9's facts? Nine roses were put in each package for sale at the Florida Botanical Gardens annual gift and plant sale. How many roses are in 8 packages? How many roses are in 1 package? Select your answer.
How many roses were in 1 package? There were 9 in 1 package. We're counting by 9s. We're multiplying by 9s.
Look at the table of 9's facts. 0 times 9 equals 0. 1 times 9 equals 9. To find the next multiple of 9 in the table, you can add 10 and then subtract 1. When you add 10, increase the tens place by 1. When you subtract 1, decrease the ones place by 1. 8 times 9 equals 72. There are 72 roses in 8 packages of 9 roses.
So if you notice the pattern here, and I'm just going to zoom in. There we go. Notice the pattern on our 9's facts here. Starts with 0. 0 times anything is always 0. 1 times 9, 1 times anything is always going to be that number it's multiplied by. So 0 and 9. But then watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That tens place goes up by 1 each time. And then notice in the ones place. So 9 is in the ones place all by itself. But watch what goes on what happens in that ones place. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the ones place goes down by 1 each time. The tens place goes up by 1 each time. Okay? Another way that helped me to remember is I always look at what number is being multiplied by 9. So if it's a 7, then I know the tens place has to be 1 less than 7, which is 6. Notice with the 6. 6 times 9, the tens place for the answer, or the product of 6 times 9, is a 5. 5 is 1 less than 6. It works with every one of these. 3 times 9. The tens place in the product is a 2, which is 1 less than 3. Okay? 3 minus 1 is 2, so you get that answer. And then, when you go from there, so you have your tens place number, if you can remember this. Okay? So let's do like a 5 times 9. Okay? 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 plus 5 equals 9. The answer, the product in a 9's problem, equals 9 if you add them together. 3 plus 6 is 9, 2 plus 7 is 9, 1 plus 8 is 9. They all equal 9. So that was a really interesting way when I was younger that I was able to remember how to find the product or the answers of a 9's multiplication problem. There are other ways. Let me show you one more before we continue with our video here. So the other way that I have is using your hands, okay? So if you wanted to do, say, 3 times 9, we're going to put our hands up, and you're going to start on the left side and work your way to the right. So 3 times 9, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put that third finger down, okay? And then I can see what do I have left of my fingers that are up. I have 2 over here and 7 over here. So 9 times 3 is 27. And you can see that right here. 3 times 9 is 27. It works. Okay? Let's do another one. How about 5 times 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your thumb down. Now how many do I have? 4, 5. So 9 times 5 is 45. And that's correct. It works with all of those. So all the way up to a 9 times 9. Fun little ways to help you to remember how to do your 9s facts. All right, let's continue with our video.
Here is another way to solve the problem. Start with 0. For each group of 9, add 1 10 and subtract 1 1. 10 minus 1 equals 9. For 8 groups of 9, add 8 10s and subtract 8 1s. 8 times 9 equals 80 minus 8. 8 times 9 equals 72. There are 72 roses in 8 packages.
So again, there's lots of different ways that you guys can come up with your answer for 9s. So the video went over a couple, I went over a couple different ways, whichever works best for you. And remember, you can pause, you can rewind the video to look those over. Whichever one seems the easiest for you, go with it. Okay, use that one to help you to remember your 9s times tables. All right, let's move down to our convince me. Use structure. It says use the patterns above to find 9 times 9. Explain how you found the product. So again, we just went over so many different ways to come up with our 9s products, our 9 times 9 multiplication tables. So any way that you want to write about on here, if you used your fingers, if you wrote out the table, if you know that it's plus 10 minus 1, however you used, whichever way works best for you, I want you to write that down right here. Okay, which pattern did we go over either in the video or with my instruction? Did you find was the best way for you, the easiest way for you, the way that makes sense to find your 9 answer, your 9 times whatever answer? Okay, write that down. Moving on, number 1 on the next page. Paul thinks 3 times 9 is 24. Use a 9s pattern to show Paul is wrong. So I'm going to do a 9s pattern on here that shows writing. So I'm not going to use my fingers on this one because I want to be able to show you on paper how to do that, okay? So Paul thinks that 9 times 3 is 24. Use a 9s pattern to show Paul is wrong. So let's start with 3 times 10 equals 30. 3 tens, if I count by tens, 10, 20, 30. And then I'm going to take my 30 and I'm going to subtract 3 because that's how many I multiplied by. 30 minus 3 equals 27. So I just proved that 3 times 9 equals 27, not 24. Okay. Number 2, look at the table of 9 facts on the previous page and describe a number pattern in the multiples of 9. So again, we just went over that. If you were to look on the last page, what is one of the number patterns that you notice in that nines facts table. And we're going to write that down here. So I'm going to write that the ones digit decreases by 1 each time, and the tens digit increases by 1 each time. Okay, so again, that ones digit decreases. That ones digit right here, okay, decreases by 1 each time. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And the tens digit increases by 1 each time. So that is the pattern that I wrote down. The pattern that I notice when I look at that nines facts data table. All right, moving on to our multiplication. How do you know? In 3 through 10, find each product. Again, you can use your fingers for this one. You can skip count. You can use one of the patterns. You can use the data table to solve and find your answers. Okay? 9 times 2 is 18. You can take that 2. What's 1 less than 2 is 1. 1 plus what number equals 9? 1 plus 8 equals 9. So my answer is 18. This time they have the product first before the equal sign and then the rest of the multiplication problem. So it's the same thing here, they just have it in reverse, okay? But they're looking for the same thing. This is going to be your answer, your product. 5 times 9 equals how much? 5 times 9. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. So 5 times 9 is 45. 7 times 9 equals what? Well, I know that 7 times 10 is 70. Minus 7 equals 63. So 7 times 9 equals 63. Again, they have it in reverse here. It just still means the same thing. So 4 times 9 equals what number? Well, I know that 4 times 10 is 40. Minus 4, 36. So 4 times 9 equals 36. 2 times 9. I'm going to use my hands for this one. 2 times 9. I'm going to use my fingers. 1, 2. I'm going to hold down that finger. I've got a 1. And get all my other little fingers in here. How many is that? 8. 18 is my answer. 6 times 9. I'm going to use my fingers again. Start from the left and count up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put that one down. So I have 54. 6 times 9 is 54. Number 9. 3 times 9. Can use my data table and look at that and find my answer is 27. Number 10 says 8 times 9. And again, I can use my data table or any of the other forms that we've gone over and find out that 8 times 9 equals 72. Down at our independent practice, 9 times 0. Again, anytime that you're multiplying any number by 0, the answer is going to always be 0. So 9 times 0 is always 0. 2 times what number equals 18? 2 times what number equals 18? And you can look at your data table to solve this one. 2 times 9, of course, because we're learning all about 9s today, it must be a 9. Number 13, what number times 9 equals 72? I'm going to see the 7 right here, and I'm going to know that it's 1 more than that. So it must be an 8 times 9 equals 72. 9 times 9, 81. Number 15, 4 times 9. Did you get it before me? 36. And number 16, see if you can come up with the answer before me. 9 times 5 is? $45. 9 times 7. Which way works best for you to remember this? I told you my favorite way. 9 times 7 is 63. And 9 times 1. Ones are always easy because it always stays that same number, so it is 9. All right, down at the bottom here, 19, 20, 21, 22. I want you to answer these and turn them into your Google Classroom daily questions. Okay, 19, what is 9 times 3? So that's just 9 times 3 equals what number? So whatever you write here is what you're going to enter into Google Classroom daily questions. Okay, same thing for the rest of them. What is 9 times 6? 9 times 6 equals what number? This is the answer we need. What is 0 times 9? 0 times 9 equals. And what is 9 times 8? 9 times 8 equals. Okay, find those 4 answers, submit them into Google Classroom, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.